Chances are, if you click on this video, you are a perfectionist. And that's a good thing because I am too. And this video will be about how to beat it, how to kill it. To force this and to show that we can beat this thing that is perfectionism, I'm going to do this in one straight record. I'm not going to do any cuts, the blank I might say. And I'm not going to do the poses, and it's going to be one row, one straight, one thing at a time. I had a script that I just pushed away. I'm not going to look at it that much. And today we're going to talk about two ideas I have about perfectionism. First, let's talk about the procrastinating perfectionist. I think that most procrastinators on creative endeavors usually do it because they have what we could say taste. They have good taste. They know what's good. They know what piece of art is good, to what extent the quality of something makes it good. And when you start something new and then you're a beginner again, you're not that good. Then you kind of procrastinate because you want to have it 100% perfect, but you still don't really know how to do it. And then the task gets a bit too overwhelming. And that could be one of the first idea making you first a perfectionist. The taste makes you a perfectionist, but it also makes you a procrastinator because you don't really manage to get this 100% things right. So that's the tough part because we prefer the short-term pleasure of delaying the task instead of the long-term reward of doing it now. And we push this task to our future self. And we think that our future self would be more responsible than today's self. It's a bit selfish with ourselves. And it's sometimes easier, I can admit, that procrastinating it is quite easier than doing the tough part. But in the long run, the disappointment of not doing your craft, what you want to do, your goals, dreams, etc., might be a harsher pain. And I talk about this because I have this big problem with my videos, and today it's a bit an odd against this. I want to show that I can fight this perfectionism, even though right now in front of the camera it's quite okay. But when I'm gonna have to click on the schedule button to show this video to everyone without any edits and anything, I'm gonna feel really bad. So we just need to think about the fact that if we want to minimize the pain we receive, here's the problem. We feel pain when what we do is bad or when we don't do what we wanted to do. Which one of these two pains is lower? It's hard to know. But after my long life of 25 years and experimenting with a lot of different things in my life, I know that the disappointment is way harder to handle than the short-term, tough part of doing what you don't want to do and accepting that what you're doing is not perfect. And every time you read something about creativity, mastery, learning something new, there's always a part of you're going to have to create things that sucks. They all say it. So I have to admit this with my videos, for instance, maybe with also this one, but it can also be good for you with any craft you want to start or any craft you are currently pursuing. And the second idea I want to explore, I'd like to call it the selective perfectionist. I've noticed in my life and other people's life that we're not 100% perfectionist on everything. It doesn't exist. We are perfectionists for some reasons on some topics. What if we could be perfectionists on things that takes a bit less time. Because the problem is always the same. It's like we have a certain amount of time in our life, and we need to decide how to allocate this resource to achieve or experience or become the things we want to get, receive, or be in the future. And that's the tough part of life. It's always an allocation problem. And we are often perfectionists on long new endeavors and problems that we don't really fully understand. And I see it a bit as a coping mechanism. It's a bit similar to the previous ideas I said. It's like it's a bit painful to do something where you know you're going to be bad at it. But here with this selective perfectionist, what if you could be perfectionist on the gifts you make to the people around you? Perfectionist on the meals you make for yourself or things like this. But perfectionist on things that are on our reach, things that will not take like an extra 2 hour for 2 extra views, or not something that will take us 15 more hours for abandoning what we wanted to start because we didn't manage to finish our Canva or woodcraft or anything because we wanted the piece to be perfect from the start. What if we could select a bit better the perfectionism we want to have? I don't know. That's the two ideas I had for today. And this video came out of the blue, not planned. It's going to be hard to publish this. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot for your time. And once again, see you there.